Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Carl Wright. Um, right now, I want to talk about the whole. Before I say what I'm about to say, I know 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this. I'm probably gonna get blasted on a lot, especially from people of my own ethnicity. But it needs to be told. It needs to be said. Um, a lot of times there be these stories on the news about a cop so-calledly unjustly beating or killing a so-called innocent black person. I don't know if he was innocent or not. Blase, blase. But um, look, man, I'm here. This is what all I'm gonna say is, if you wasn't there, then you need to keep your mouth shut. If you was not physically there to witness the situation of what happened between that cop and that civilian, then I don't care what the media says. You need to keep your daggone mouth shut and stop making accusations. I know, like, a lot of times we hear all these stories about a person getting unjustly mistreated by um, by a cop because of the color of their skin. Let me tell you something. I personally, as a black male, I have never, ever in my life lived in fear of my life being taken by a cop because of the color of my skin. I've never had that fear. Um, I've never had that. I've never had to worry about that at all, because the simple fact that I'm not living a life of crime, I'm not doing anything illegal. So if I'm not doing anything illegal, then why do I have to fear my life getting taken by a cop? I really believe that that's a lot of stuff that the media is a lot of propaganda. I believe that's a lot of propaganda that the media is literally trying to put out there to get a lot of people, especially people of color, riled up or even have them be afraid. Because, like I said, it's they're promoting it so much that it's like it's literally that's all that's on your mind. And like I said, I've never ever lived in fear of my life being taken by a cop because because of the color of my skin. Now, does it happen? I'm pretty sure it does, but to what degree? You know what I'm saying? I don't think it happens like they make it. I don't think I don't think it happens as much as they make it seem to be on the media. You know what I'm saying? I believe they just want to create a big scene. Now, you know, I personally feel like if a lot of people have asked me what about that situation with George Floyd and that cop. I mean, that was messed up. All right, I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to you and say that I'm not gonna try to justify it. That was a messed up thing. But even with that, was it? Even with that, we have to ask ourselves this question: Was that act done out of a form of racial spite, or was it just because that cop is just a complete douchebag? You know what I'm saying? And so, we have to remind ourselves that, and like I said, I'm not gonna, yes, and I'm only gonna speak as a black male. I'm only gonna speak for myself. Like I said, I've never lived in fear of my life being taken by a cop because I'm black. I've never had that fear. I've never had that fear at all. Anytime I ever got pulled over by a cop, you know what I did? I complied. You know what I'm saying? I complied and I did whatever I I didn't give the cop no mouth. I feel like it's people don't. You got to show. I feel like respect. You got to show respect. I don't think police are the problem. I don't think the law's the problem. People are the problem. People have a problem with authority. You know what I'm saying? People don't know how to. Let me tell you something. Like, I like what Chris Rock said. He made a video. I don't know how long ago this video was. Even though it's funny, but at the same time, it was really it was facts. The name of the video was called "How Not to Get Your Behind Kicked by the Police." Uh, if you let me tell you something. If you're an individual that's living a life of crime, such as selling drugs, buying drugs, robbing, stealing, killing, Any type of, if you live in any type of, you know, uh, illegal type of lifestyle, then yeah, you have a lot to worry about. But I feel like if I'm not living an illegal lifestyle, if I'm not breaking the law and none of that stuff, then guess what? I ain't got nothing to worry about. I feel like, one of the things that Chris Rock said in that video is that when a cop pull you over, shut the F up, and I agree, shut up. If a cop pulls you over, if a cop asks you to do something, just shut up and do it. Don't give the cop no mouth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, people, like I said, it's like I really believe that this stuff that they promoting on the media is just it's creating a mentality, especially within the young people. It's creating a mentality that's causing people to want to defy order. People, I even not even just with the police, but any type of superior authority. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, if I'm, if, like people, especially young people, they have a problem. They have a problem with their boss. Well, guess what? He or she, they're the boss. That's the way they want it done. You know, if that's how they say they want it done, then guess what? That's how I'm gonna do it because that's how they say they want it done. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that you gotta, people need to learn how to listen. People need to learn how to respect authority. All right. If you go to jail and let me tell you something, you end up going to jail because you broke the law, that's nobody else's fault. You can't sit up here and blame the authorities. You can't blame the system. No, that is your fault because you were living a life of crime. All right. Even if you got arrested and you was not guilty for whatever you got arrested for, but guess what? All that stuff that you did in the past is finally catching back up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta stop. We gotta stop thinking it's okay to disrespect the law. No, laws were put in this. Let me tell you something. Laws were put in this society for a reason. Laws were put in our society for a reason. Can you imagine how our society would be if we had no laws? You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine how our society would be if we had no laws? Even the Bible itself says, obey the laws of the land. You know what I'm saying? So can you, like I said, I'm sorry. Like you got so many people sitting up here saying F the police, F the government and blase, blase. Let me tell you something. No, we need law. No, we need police. I'm sorry. We need the police. We need laws. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we need authority figures, all right? We need authority figures, all right? That's just what it is. We need authority figures. We don't need to defund the police. No, we need police officers, all right? Not all cops are crooked. There are some cops that really do be, actually, if you ask me, I think a lot of them really do be trying to do their job. A lot of them really do be trying to serve. Like I said, people just want to give the police a hard time. People just want to give the police a hard time. They just want to sit up there and give them a hard time, give them a, just sometimes a cop would just ask a person to do one simple thing, and that person just want to sit up here and just keep on just arguing and bickering with the cop. It's like, man, dude, just shut up and do what that cop says. Just shut up. Like I said, people have a problem with authority. Like I said, the police is not the problem. The authority figures are not the problem. People are the problem. People are the problem. People not respecting authority is the problem. That's the real problem.